Thank you for tuning into the Papi J and Wize Jefe on the BS3 network. Before we dive into the show, we would like to remind our viewers that the opinions expressed on this show are solely those of the host. The BS3 network does not necessarily endorse or agree with any of the views we express on this program. Furthermore, the BS3 network is not responsible for the accuracy or timeliness of any information discussed on this show. While we strive to provide informative and entertainment content, we cannot guarantee the accuracy of everything said on Papi J and Wize Jefe. With that said, we encourage our viewers to take everything discussed on the show with a grain of salt and to do their own research and fact-checking when appropriate. Thank you for understanding, and now let's get into the show.
They say this is a big rich town, but I live in the poorest part. I know I'm on a dead-end street in a city without a heart.
And welcome to another episode of Papi J and Wize Jefe. I am Wize.
I am Papi J.
All right, so what's going on, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
I see you got a new look for this episode. Shades and a fisherman's hat.
Nah, yeah, I got a couple of these. I'm changing the look for 2024.
All right. So we're gonna jump right into it, and we're gonna start off with Diddy and Ciroc. They are going their separate ways. We know what he's done for the vodka. What do you think about this split?
There's about to be a lot of splits, but I think it's all commercial. Same thing when they started. It happens all the time. They got to distance themselves, so everybody start acting like they care. So Ciroc, to save all because as long as he's tied to anything, there's gonna be questions. There's gonna be people asking questions about him, even when the person ain't even thinking about dealing. So it's like you gotta cut all ties, and he gotta start fresh. He gotta he gotta plan on his comeback. That's it.
You think he can come back from this, from all this negative publicity that's going on?
I mean, yeah.
Really? You think he can come back from being accused of sex trafficking, gang rape, murder? In the case of Tupac, supposedly he's involved in that. You think there is a comeback for him?
Listen, that's all smearing. There ain't no facts. Everything is, but one person that could have clarified everything signed the NDA. So everything else is now just they jumped on the bandwagon and decided, yo, I'll tell my side, my horror story with this dude, because she opened the gates for this horror story to be told. And then she fucking signed the NDA and realized that life is going to be a lot harder if she say everything. She signed that NDA, and that's what I'm saying. So there's always room for a comeback. He might not be in the public eye as much, but there'll definitely be a comeback.
Okay. Me personally, I don't care. I've always thought he was an asshole anyway. So for me, I'm not a big Ciroc fan drinker anyway, so
I mean,
I prefer Grey Goose personally.
I don't drink none of that shit anyway, so I don't drink none of that shit. So I can't one way or another don't matter. It just shows that it's just the game they play. They did it when everybody was mad at Trump. Everybody started distancing themselves. It depends on where the crowd is at. And then they appease to the crowd, whether they believe in it or not. Because if you believe the owner of all these places didn't know about all those wild parties, then you just choose to be in denial.
And you know, Ciroc probably fueled
Dude,
those sescapades.
look, dude, this is what I'm saying. Like, you know who you in bed, you know who you partnered up with, you know why you partnered up with them. Is that as simple as that?
He was a marketing genius.
All right.
Yeah. He marketed the shit out of Ciroc, man.
Listen, fair exchange ain't no robbery. So them splitting ain't no, it's mutual. Nobody's hurting. It ain't nothing that's gonna kill anybody. They just take his name off. He's still part of it.
So you think is it gonna hurt is it gonna hurt Ciroc sales that he's no longer attached to it? Because when you think of Ciroc, you think of Diddy.
Nah, because the people that drink it now drink it because they actually like it. He started like you people once everybody jump on the wave, you can't tell somebody not to, they ain't gonna just stop. You gotta be like a Diddy fanatic. Like you gotta be chasing. Half these people drink whatever. They don't care if it's a black person on who's tagged to it or not.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. But it's crazy now, right? Because we know how he built Ciroc up. He used his celebrities, friends, and when he was out at the clubs, he was giving them bottles, and everybody was Ciroc. Like the way he marketed it was genius, man. He got free advertisement from all these celebrities drinking Ciroc and buying them at the clubs and all this. So now the label that he's synonymous with as far as Ciroc, I think it is gonna affect him in at the end of the day, because who they gonna use who's gonna promote it like he did?
Yeah, but he ain't been wilding out with that no more. He did what he always did it. That promotion thing is just for that shit was a banger in the beginning. He don't gotta do shit now. He even gotta speak to promote that. Ciroc is Diddy. That's it. It's already tied in. So he ain't losing. Just like I said, he's stepping down from a position that is recognizable when you look up Ciroc. That's it. There's other positions that when you Google Ciroc, his name don't gotta come up.
Okay.
All these people that be stepping down from companies because they said some racist shit or some dumb shit or was a wild person. They just step down and they still collect the check.
Yeah, well, listen, Diddy's got a long road ahead of him. He's still got some lawsuits pending. Some people allegedly still saying he raped them and did all this stuff. So
we'll see. We'll see by the end of this year if anybody still half of them, even if they got paid, you can't say shit. There's no guilt. It just shows that everybody be just ready to sign an NDA.
Everybody got a price. Everybody got a price for the $1 million man.
So no, it's just that there's no morals with it. It eliminates the moral factor. Are you if you're sincere about
so people
your body, if you're sincere about your body being violated, there's no NDAs.
There's no settlement. There's no settlement.
Look, there's no NDAs. That's it. If you really feel that way, then there's no NDAs because you're not helping the people that you're saying you're speaking up for.
True.
Because all they're gonna do is follow suit. Oh shit, I ain't saying nothing if they give me a certain number. I'm gonna say it that I'm gonna tell my truth and hope that I get a check, so I don't have to go in too deep with this shit. There's mad different ways to look at it. So, like I said, he'll be back. I don't know where and what position, but I strongly believe that he'll be back.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it is, man. It doesn't look good. Again, I really don't care about him losing or them separating because I'm more of a Henny drinker anyway. So, I like cognac. I like dark liquor. When I do drink, which is not very often, but
I know mad people that drink that shit. I don't drink it because I don't drink clear liquor, but people like it. It's selling. It's going to continue to sell till somebody else raps about another one that's better.
All right. Well, we're going to take our first break, and we'll be back.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, Wize.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
And ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green. and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
And we are back. Shout out to everybody at the BS3 network. Shout out to everybody who's helped Real Wize TV get to over 1,200 subscribers. Greatly appreciated. And shout out to my man Cole Johnson for the mentality. It's killing it right now. But right now we're gonna touch on something actually Cole sent to me the other day, and we actually spoke on it on mentality. So the lieutenant governor of North Carolina, who happens to be black, called MLK a communist, and also stated that the civil rights movement of the 1960s, well, the real civil rights movements was in the 1860s, and that the 1960 civil rights movements was a communist rise movement.
I don't even know where to go with this. I don't.
And that's how I felt. That's kind of how I felt.
I don't even know where to go with this. So he's calling. That's what I'm saying. MLK is what?
Martin Luther King.
All right, so he's calling him a communist.
Yes. He's calling Martin Luther King a communist. And that the civil rights of the 1960s was more of a communist rise movement and not a civil rights movement.
I don't know where you want me to go with this. I don't got nothing for this.
Well, how do you feel that this black man is saying, first of all, that one of the greatest black men in American history, Martin Luther King, is a communist? And that the civil rights movement was to help the rise of communism in this country.
I don't know, dude. History is my.
We've never had this on the show where Papi is lost for words.
Like, I don't know. This is a matter of opinion. Yo. I don't know what lenses he's looking through. I am tired of trying to figure out these niggas. I'd be mad the bank is closed.
Well, he's actually running for governor of North Carolina. I felt like this was just his way of endearing white folks.
This definitely could be that. There's some of it in there. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That's how you go. Look what you got to do to appease the people in the South. I keep
I said a mentality that he fuck around, he bring back slavery.
Listen, there's not many. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few of them motherfuckers that would feel that way. He ain't the only one. There's quite a few of these rich entertainers that feel the same way. If they can avoid being part of that, they would. If they could be on the better end of that, if that even makes sense, they would. Like, it's so many of them.
You mean if they could be the house Negroes?
Just they have freedom. They don't care if everybody got freedom. As long as they have
freedom, they don't care what other black people are going through.
Nah. It's on display. All you gotta do is turn on TikTok or Instagram. You can see that they don't give a fuck. So I mean, he got a plan. He's running for something. He's in that building, man. So I'm not surprised by half of the shit he would that half of that. He's probably speaking what they say behind closed doors, how they feel. Same way that slavery was a trade school.
Oh, you mean it was choice? Yeah, it was choice.
Trade school. Yeah, they was teaching us.
They taught them skills.
That's the back. That's the rumblings in the back of them buildings, man, behind closed doors. There's no for the people. That shit is a hashtag. That shit is something they say. Just shut your ass up. They say that shit real fast. Everybody like, oh, okay, he's with us, and that's it. They behind a closed door, like, yo, we're gonna hang these motherfuckers. But I mean, they voted for him, and if they vote for, if he wins something, that just speaks volumes to the people, that the majority of that whoever voted. This is when you pay attention. This election, you got to pay attention to all the voters. This is the claim your set. A lot of people are gonna claim their sets. There's no more secret shit. So if you feel that way, you feel that way. You don't give a fuck. What are you gonna do? That's how you feel. That's that Donald Trump shit that inspired all these niggas to just try to be gangster on the people. So, whatever.
Some people just deserve to get punched in the face, man.
I definitely agree with that. That I agree with wholeheartedly. Even now and then, a politician, man, if you could just walk up to him and tell him how you really feel, it should include punching him in the face. That's it.
It should.
They work for us, right? That's what they say. They work for us, right? We should be allowed to discipline them. We should be allowed to discipline them. Yeah, if they work for us. If they're working for us, the people, then we should at least partake in the discipline too. But that's why I said, man, everybody be like, yo, move south. It's nice and warm out that way, but it's a different animal out that way, man. I don't think
but not everybody's like that, man. Not everybody.
Yeah, but that shit spread like cancer, nigga. That shit will spread like cancer, nigga. It only spreads in the south because of the heat. If it was cold up here, you can't be acting wild like that. When you in that heat, when they ain't got nothing to do at 1 o'clock in the morning when it's hot and they want to take a walk with their gun and just violate a nigga, like, you only do that in hot states, man. You only really go wild like that in hot states. That's what I believe. So as long as he stays his ass in North Carolina, carry on. Carry on with that shit. That's how I feel.
He's definitely a Trump supporter.
Dude,
he kisses the ring.
We made them. I gotta stop saying we. Yo, they made them break statues, man. You think they ain't gonna say some crazy shit about Martin Luther King? Them motherfuckers want they get back. They want they get back down there, yo. Knocking down our great whites. It sucks, but that's just the way of the world we in, man. I gotta laugh at a lot of this shit. I can't even take nothing serious because it's more comical than anything.
It is.
This shit is wild.
It is crazy.
To watch this history in real life, in lifetime, like, you always hear old folks back in the days tell you a story that you be like, damn, you was alive for that? That's what they're gonna be saying about us. Like you was alive for that wild shit, nigga.
Yeah.
This is it right here. We told you history in the making, yo. That's why they delete shit from the old history.
Yeah.
History in the making. So I mean, black people are communists. Most black people would have to be communists. Then whoever believes in the Martin Luther King way.
I guess that you can look at it that way.
Oh, and he's upset. He's upset. Why? Because they got to vote in the South.
But then they wouldn't vote. They wouldn't be able to vote for his ass.
He probably mad about that. The boat shit. He probably got some interesting takes on that boat shit. I would love to hear him talk about that.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That'd definitely be something interesting.
But hey, I like you said, man. Thoughts and prayers to everybody in the South, especially North Carolina.
Especially if he wins the election.
Yeah, just thoughts and prayers, man. DeSantis, y'all got it bad down there. Y'all got it bad down there. They get ugly.
It's great. It's funny because they just had Iowa primaries and stuff like that. And Trump, who has not been to not even one debate, whooped all their asses.
Trump is going to be the greatest president that ever did it. Like ever just, I don't know what, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, people was making a lot of money when Trump was president. I mean, not everybody, but people was making money, man. The stock market was good. Shit was all right, man. I don't really care about niggas' personal shit. Nigga, I don't trust no president. I don't think no president really. Which president? He just said what the other presidents wouldn't say out loud. So yeah, we know he didn't like black people. Are we surprised that there's no? Because there's shit. Bush. I could go down a list of presidents that I don't believe like black people. So nah, but that money, I made money. I don't know. I didn't feel like. I wasn't mad at him for the financial shit going on. It was pretty nice. So, and if I gotta take him or Bernie, whatever his name is, I told you it's fucked up that all our choices be like the lesser of two evils. but I gotta take Trump, man. He gonna make this money jingle again. And financial wise, I'll take Trump. I'll take him. Non-financial, I don't even know. Bernie should step down and let Kamala run.
Well, you keep saying Bernie, man. Bernie's not president.
Whatever his name is.
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
All right, man. We're gonna take another quick break. Today's show isn't gonna be. It's not gonna be our average. It's not gonna be our average length show. It really wasn't much to discuss this week, but we're gonna come back, and when we do come back, we're gonna touch on the firings in the NFL. Some people got to keep their job. Two people we're gonna talk about in particular are no longer with the franchises that they helped lead to Super Bowls. So we'll be back, and see you in a few minutes.
Hey, this is Sam Whitwer.
Hey, this is Will Wheaton.
I'm Armin Shimmerman.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carol Baskin.
Hi, this is Darren McCarty.
Hi, this is Mark Pellegrino. And welcome to the FSF Popcast, your home for the all-nerdy, no-dirty interviews with people in our sci-fi and pop culture world. You can find us on your favorite audio podcast providers and, of course, our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Oh, damn. Forgot to press the next commercial. Oh, it's not over. We'll be back.
Ready to hang with some fellas who know football? Let's ride. LC Muscles 28.
I think they're the most overrated defense in the league.
Steel Sermon.
We did not trail for a single second.
Tiny Tim.
McCarthy is a bonehead.
A Pizzle 90.
I'm going with my boys. Fins up, baby.
Get ready for the Four Horsemen of Pick'ems. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on YouTube. What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street y'all done had problems, maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
And now we are really back. So we're going to touch on some NFL coaching vacancies. And my camera messed up, so hold on 1 second. 1 minute. Technical difficulties are all over the place, huh? And now we have a computer screen on my. Okay. All right. Let's.
Oh shit! He left me alone with you folks. I'm high as shit. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Ain't nothing going on this week. But if I do have to chime, just want to ask a question. I want to know what's up with the word of revolving and involving the tunnels in the city, man. Why so quiet out there?
All right, so we're back. So what he's referencing is in Brooklyn, in our borough, in was it Crown Heights? Flatbush?
Yeah. Crown Heights.
There were a bunch of tunnels that were discovered under the neighborhood. A lot of speculation onto why these underground walkways were created, from sex trafficking to whatever. But it's something that's not being discussed. It's something that I know you want the answer to. I would love to know why they're being built.
Listen, man.
You all know that when you touch on certain topics, people tend to shy away from them.
Man, listen. I'm saving my take. I got one. I'm gonna revisit.
You can keep that. You can save that take for probably a Patreon.
That's gonna be the first one I do right there.
Patreon exclusive, something that Papi wants to touch on, because
that one gonna have parts. Part 1, part 2. I'm going in on that one.
So if you haven't subscribed already to the Real Wize Productions Patreon page, go ahead and do that. We actually got to start putting out more content on there. So we will be relaunching it and making it worth your while. So definitely sign up when we relaunch it and support. All right, so back to the NFL coaching hirings and firings. Bill Belichick is no longer the head coach of the New England Patriots, which doesn't surprise me. They've sucked the last few years, and I think it was time for him to move on.
I think I agree with that one. I agree they needed a change, and he wasn't the one. He's like the coach. He's like Jerry Jones, but as a coach.
Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, he had to move on. It was time for him to move on. He'd been there 24 years, so it's a long time, man.
He's just stuck in his ways. He got to learn how to adapt. Everybody can't adapt, so he's struggling. He realized his weakness. You can see in his face that he was like fucked up behind this. Like, damn, I messed up. Yeah, I messed up. You know, I really didn't want you to fire me this week.
So he's no longer in New England. And the other coaching surprise was Pete Carroll is out in Seattle. And he was one of the most, he was 14 years in Seattle, led them to the Super Bowl. Last 2 years had winning records. They didn't get to the Super Bowl. I mean, they didn't get to the playoffs or whatever, but he had a great career there. So
they're getting rid of the old coaches, man.
Well, they've been recycling coaches for many years. Now it's time to start giving these young guys an opportunity.
All right, I just want to know who's going to hire Pete Carroll right now, or Bill Belichick.
Shout out to the to the Las Vegas Raiders for giving Antonio Pierce the head coaching position as well.
That was a good one.
I approve that one. I definitely give my stamp of approval on that one. He's a hell of a coach, and he's a leader of men. So I'm glad that my former Giants linebackers repping and really leading the charge in Las Vegas.
I ain't even mad at Mike McCarthy keeping his job.
It's for me. I don't care because
I think they gotta get rid of that.
Cowboys.
I think they gotta get rid of that.
Man, it wasn't Dak that cost him that game. It was that defense.
Dude, listen.
It was that defense, man. That defense was horrible.
Let me tell you something. Kirk Cousins doing better than Dak. More reliable and everything. Like Dak just he don't got it for that team. It's not the coaching, man. They won 12 games 3 years in a row.
Okay. And that defense got punched in the mouth.
Man, they didn't get punched in the mouth for 9 years.
They got punched in the mouth for one game.
Well, he's been in here 9 years.
The game that mattered, he got punched in the mouth.
His best season is in his 8th year.
All right. Actually, this year was his best year.
All right. So his 9th year. His best season was in.
That means he gets better every year.
Man, that means that nigga trash. I held on long enough for him to just be able to say, yo, I could win games in the regular season.
Yeah.
I would trade that nigga. I would get rid of that nigga. Cut my losses, man. It's tough to be a teammate of somebody like that. Like you like him, but you know he ain't it.
Do we though?
Yeah,
the Dallas Cowboys. This is talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Prior to him, it was Tony.
I'm saying we know. I'm not talking about. I'm just saying that. I don't. Man, he got his highlights is terrible. He probably never got enough to have a nice 30 minutes of highlights.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's just my opinion when it comes to like that. He's a good kid, man. He got some moments. But him and Brock Purdy ain't that much different. When a team ain't right, they can't carry nothing. They can't even, they are done. It is over. They are both the same. There's no more separating people by distances, man. It's even worse because Brock Purdy did this under pressure, like being the last pick of the last pick who get traded somewhere and then gotta go straight into the playoffs. Like Brock, they better put some respect on Brock Purdy. I think Shanahan is getting washed. That little he's the best offensive mind shit is not working. If he don't win one this year. Like he got this pressure all the way around the board on some of these coaches. I think if any of them would have lost last week, they would have got fired. Mike McCarthy is a good keep because then deep down inside, you know it's Dak. Even they know it's Dak. That's why they ain't fired Mike McCarthy because there's no coach that's gonna come in and make Dak better.
Yeah, I guess. But I wish all those coaches who are getting the opportunity to shine the best of luck. I'm thinking Belichick is going to end up in Atlanta. Pete Carroll might end up with the Chargers. Who knows? But it's going to be an interesting offseason in the NFL.
Belichick going to the Commanders. I think
so?
I think they'll give him the most power.
Maybe.
They got they got a lot. I don't know if they'll let them go shop for the groceries, but I think they're willing to do anything to win. They'll do anything to win.
But shout out to everybody again. Everybody who tunes into the show, greatly appreciated. Thank you for getting us to 1,200 subscribers. As always, it's our pleasure to come out here and create this content and entertain you with what we do. But you got anything else you want to add?
Nah, that's it, man. Enjoy y'all weekend. Stay safe. Playing smart.
Everybody who's out there going through this snow struggles right now, be safe, drive carefully. You're definitely in our prayers. Peace out.
Peace.
All I did